Good evening and welcome back to Etown News. I'm Molly Finkin.
And I'm Katie Hartman. Emotion Showcase, OSA Bowling, and more coming up after this.
Whether you're on the go or taking a break, the Etownian has you covered. Pick up a paper on campus or read online at etownian.com.
Dancing with the Jays 2025 took place over the weekend. Leffler Chapel was filled to the brim with an excited and supportive crowd, ready to see their favorites perform. The Elizabethtown College dance team paired up with regular Blue Jays to perform routines around some iconic pop divas. Third place team Amelia Rendzak and Caleb Frymore brought down the house with a routine based around Lady Gaga. In second place was Amanda Mormon and Hunter Taggart performing a Beyoncé-inspired routine. And finally, Kyler Henney and Gabby Petridge took first place with a Mariah Carey-inspired performance. The duo brought the holiday spirit with Carey's iconic All I Want for Christmas Is You, and the crowd loved it. Dancing with the Jays is always a fun time. If you missed it this year, be sure to stop by in 2026.
You have the chance to give back in a special way this holiday season. The Center for Community and Civic Engagement and the Student Assembly are once again sponsoring the Angel Tree Project. The project is a gift-giving initiative that supports local families and individuals in need this holiday season. Students, faculty, and staff can select a wish list tag to sponsor a gift. From November 10th through the 14th and the 17th through the 21st, stop by the BSC to select a tag. Tables will be set up each day from 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. each day. This is the perfect chance to give back and make someone's holiday season a little bit brighter.
Ira R. Herr Field will be replacing its grass with a synthetic turf surface. The field has been played on by Etown sports teams for over 50 years. Currently, it's where the men and women's soccer teams have their games. Switching to turf is a move many athletic teams have made in recent years. It requires less maintenance and is more durable than grass. However, non-contact injuries like ACL tears are 20% more likely to happen on turf.
OSA is sponsoring a bowling night for Etown students next Friday. They're giving out vouchers for a free game of bowling at Clearview Lanes in Mount Joy. These are eligible to be used from 7 to 11:30 p.m. Transportation is not provided. Use the link below to reserve your ticket.
Etown College's largest dance club, Emotion, is holding their fall showcase this weekend. This year, it's called Dancing Under the Stars. Emotion is open to all levels and styles of dance, so get ready for a variety of skills to be showcased. Shows will take place Friday and Saturday at 7 p.m. in Leffler Chapel. Tickets are available at the door for $5 to the campus community, veterans, and senior citizens. Visitor tickets are $8. Now, here's Amelia Rendzak with your weekly sports update.
Thanks, Molly. Both men and women's basketball are off to an electric start. Etown's women's team is 2-0 on the season after a win against Haverford on Saturday. Senior McKenna Mummert made history by becoming the first ever in the program to record more than 40 points in a game. The matchup was so close that even one overtime wasn't enough. The Blue Jays set a new team record, making 32 three throws in second overtime to pull out the win. Mummer ended the game with 46 points, almost half of Etown's 115. Men's basketball is now 3-0 after this weekend. Saturday's game against Rosemont was a milestone for senior Austin Finarelli as he recorded his 1,000th career point for Etown. The highest scorer of the game, though, was sophomore Zuri Harris with a career high of 19 points. The Blue Jays kept the lead throughout the game and ended with a 94-65 win. Cheer on both teams this Saturday against Susquehanna. Both men and women's swimming recorded losses over the weekend against Catholic at home. The women fell 67-188 with only one person in first place finish. Senior Kaylee Blair took the #1 spot in the 500 free. Several Blue Jays took second across various events, including senior Haley Palouse in the 1,000 free and freshman Katarina Lindy in the 100 breaststroke. The men fell 78-179 with only one first place finish as well. Senior Austin Smith took first in the 100 fly. Leif Hoffman, Baron Bishop, and Billy Bartolome all had second-place finishes throughout the day. Both the men's and women's teams will travel to York on Friday. Etown's wrestling team finished 4th over the weekend at Wilkes Invitational. There were several first-place finishes from Blue Jays. Junior Justice Hockenberry took 1st in the 165 bracket, adding 2 more tech falls to his season total. Senior Gannon Smith took down Oni Nata's Jack Ryan in a 5-2 decision for 1st at 184. Sophomore Sav Niwadami was dominant, as none of his opponents made it out of the first period. Etown will compete again next Saturday. On Sunday, the Commanders fell to the Dolphins in Madrid. The Steelers and Jaguars came out with big wins against the Bengals and Chargers. The Packers, Bears, and Texans also claimed wins early in the day. Josh Allen and the Bills scored 6 touchdowns against Baker Mayfield and the Buccaneers. The Bills won out 44-32. In the afternoon, despite a record-setting 47 completions from Cardinals quarterback Jacoby Brissett, the 49ers came out on top. Seahawks quarterback Sam Darnold had a rough night, throwing 4 interceptions. The Rams just barely defeated them 21-19. Sunday night, the Eagles defeated the Lions in a 16-9 win. That's all for sports this week. Now over to Jaime Gallick with your weekly weather watch.
Thanks, Amelia. Winter is slowly creeping in just in time for Thanksgiving break. This week calls for rainy weather with chilly highs in the 50s, so be sure to bundle up. Thursday the 20th calls for early morning showers with a high of 51 and a low of 46. Friday calls for rain yet again, but temps will get slightly warmer. Expect a high of 60 and a low of 46. Keep your umbrellas handy as Saturday also calls for early morning showers. Expect a high of 52 and a low of 34. The rain's hiatus will begin on Sunday as it calls for partly cloudy weather with a high of 53 and a low of 35. Monday will be slightly warmer with a cool high of 57 and a low of 37. Expect partly cloudy weather yet again. The partly cloudy weather will stick around for another day on Tuesday with a high of 54 and a low of 35. Finally, weather showers will return on Wednesday with a cool high of 50 and a low of 38. That's it for this week's Weather Watch. I'm Jaime Gallick. Now back to Molly and Katie in the studio.
The longest federal government shutdown in history has ended. The bill was passed by the House and Senate last week after a 43-day-long stalemate. President Donald Trump formally ended the shutdown as he signed a government funding package. The final deal ended with 8 Democrats providing votes to Republicans to end the standoff. The deal extends current government funding until January of 2026. As part of the deal, a vote will be held in late December to address expiring health tax credits under the Affordable Care Act. The legislation ensures that all federal employees who have missed paychecks since the shutdown began will be paid back entirely. China has discovered a reservoir of gold worth nearly $200 billion. Last week, the Chinese government announced the discovery of the country's largest gold mine in nearly 7 decades. The Ministry of Natural Resources confirmed that the discovery took 15 months of effort. The government-sponsored mining effort deployed a team of 1,000 experts for the discovery. For security purposes, the exact location of the site is being kept under wraps. Gold prices and demand for gold in China have surged in recent years, making the discovery even more valuable. President Donald Trump is set to host the Saudi Crown Prince this week. Saudi Crown Prince Mohammed bin Salman will meet with the president to discuss economic and defense agreements. A White House official says the visit is not considered an official state visit because Prince Mohammed is not technically a head of state. The visit will begin with an arrival ceremony hosted on the South Lawn of the White House. The evening will conclude with a dinner planned by First Lady Melania Trump. This marks the first visit to the White House by a Saudi Arabian crown prince in nearly 8 years.
The cast for Bravo's new reality show In the City has been announced. 3 of the stars from Summer House, Kyle Cook, Amanda Batula, and Lindsay Hubbard, will be featured in the show. It'll shed light on their personal lives in the moments not seen during the summer. The challenges of marriage and parenthood, while dealing with fame, will be explored. There is no confirmed release date, but it's expected to be at some point in 2026. Jack Doherty was arrested in Miami Beach and is facing several years in jail following multiple charges. The YouTuber and streamer was detained for possessing marijuana and amphetamine, also known as speed. He also allegedly resisted arrest from the officers. Doherty is capitalizing on the publicity by selling merchandise with his mugshot on it. If he's convicted on all counts, he could face up to 7 years in jail. It was a busy weekend for up-and-coming rapper Fetty P. Franklin. Following the success of his album Frank, the rapper released the deluxe album on Friday. It has 9 new songs for fans to enjoy. He also released a new single, FUPM, which featured Pazze. The music video has also already surpassed 30,000 views. His new music is available on all major streaming platforms.
That's all for this week, Jays. Be sure to follow us on Instagram and Facebook at ECTV40 for all the latest updates on our shows. I'm Katie Hartman.
And I'm Molly Finkin. Have a great week, and remember to
Take flight, Etown.